Welcome to Behind the Track. I am Daniel Mazarina, and I'm here with Kennadi Russell. Kennadi, welcome to Belmont Tracks.
Thank you.
So we just heard two great performances from you, and I'm really curious about your songwriting process and perhaps what creating each of those songs looked like, if it looked a little different for both.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely a very chaotic person in nature, and so my songwriting process looks different every time. I'm definitely a singer at the core. I grew up singing, and so the melody is usually what starts it for me. And that might just mean singing random melodies in the car and then picking one that I like. But yeah, overall, it's very different for each one.
Yeah, and you're a songwriting major. So is it challenging as somebody who's thinking about the melody or just sees themselves as predominantly a singer? Maybe how has your songwriting major influenced your songwriting or challenged some of that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's done a little bit of both. I really appreciate all of the songwriting adjunct professors. They've become such incredible mentors to me and taught me so many different tips and tricks of how to maybe North Star your song or just different little tips to kind of write, and yeah, it's been great.
Well, I'm glad to hear that your Belmont journey has forwarded and advanced your career. You've got a handful of instruments back here. What do you write on most often, or does that change?
Again, it kind of is different every time. For example, the I'm Doing Fine song, that was written on guitar, whereas Jamie started on guitar and then I finished it just kind of singing out loud to myself. Yeah.
That's really cool. Is there anybody, a guitarist or a keyboardist, that you really look up to, and have they influenced your writing?
Yeah, as far as instrumentalists, I think of her. She's such a great bassist. I obviously don't play bass, but I just admire how dedicated she is to her craft, and I think her songwriting is so incredible, and so she's definitely somebody that I look up to in that regard.
What about vocalists?
Vocalists, oof. I grew up listening to all the female pop stars, so Katy Perry, Ariana Grande. I admire Tori Kelly for her vocals. She's so incredible, and I think I've picked from each of them different qualities, like how can I manipulate my voice in different ways? How can I do those runs? And kind of mimicking them has taught me a lot about my vocal, experience and stuff.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot slightly.
Okay.
If you could do a song with her or with, say, Katy Perry or Tori Kelly or one of the vocalists, who would you rather collaborate with? And why?
Okay.
It's not so much a why not, but a why.
I think probably Tori Kelly. I think she is one of the most insane vocalists of our generation. She is so wildly talented, and she is able to mix pop and R&B and in such, an authentic way. And so I admire that so much about her, and to be able to sit in a room with her would be incredible. Well,
and clearly you are wildly talented too. And what can people at home expect from you going forward? Because hopefully they've just heard, some of your stuff and they're really into it.
Yeah, I am really focusing on honing in my songwriting right now. And so this, chapter in my life has been a lot of just writing and getting some songs that I'm obsessed with. And then I'm really hoping to release some music this summer.
Well, we'll be listening for it. Kennadi, thank you so much for being here. For Behind the Track, I am Daniel Mazarina with Belmont Tracks.